really sort of a test of political legitimacy. Who is the real Sena? And that is, of course, Thane has been a stronghold for the undivided Shiv Sena. And right now, of course, it's also a question of political survival if you talk about Uddhav Thackeray. And at the same time, for Eknath Shinde also, that he will be looking to get that, that sort of a political legitimacy certificate of sorts, that trust factor from the people of Maharashtra via these assembly elections.
Well, it's Akshita. We know that it's a very significant election, and importantly, it's a litmus test for even the Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, because this time Eknath Shinde, who has been representing Kopri Panch Pakri since 2009, and in the last election 2019, where he won against the Congress candidate with the margin of 89,000 votes. But this time the fight is not with the Congress, but a ideological difference, and specifically it is against Anand Dighe, who is the nephew of I beg my pardon, it is Kedar Dighe, who is the nephew of Anand Dighe, who is representing from Uddhav Sena. So this election is something not only about the personal contest, but also a significant and a symbolic ideological and a personal differences that we have been seeing since 2022, where Shiv Sena has been a split. We saw the split between the Shiv Sena, that is, one is an Uddhav faction and one is a Eknath Shinde faction. Well, we are standing right outside Eknath Shinde's residence, where he's still inside, and since 2 days he's been inside his residence, a personal residence in Thane. But as I mentioned, that this election is not only marked a significant personal contest between the two candidates, which is Eknath Shinde, who is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, but Kedar Dighe, who is a nephew of Anand Dighe. So this shows that it's a very symbolic, the broader ideological and a political divide between the two factions of Shiv Sena. So it will be around like 11 or 12, where the Chief Minister may go to his polling booth, and the instructions has already been given to all the Shiv Sena leaders to be vigilant at the polling booth in each and every constituency, is what we have been told by our sources. Also, my colleague Shavan, who has already mentioned that Mahayuti is very much confident about the winning this election, because there's no hotel has been booked. They are very much intact. They know that the flocks will stay together. All the winning candidates will stay together, and they will form a government. But it is also about the chief ministerial face, because that is something has not been decided. But what we know from our top sources in Shiv Sena, that this time Shiv Sena is ready to support BJP, and they are not going to bargain as far as BJP. If a BJP announced the candidate face, Chief Minister face in Maharashtra, well, we have to see whether NCP led by Ajit Pawar will also support the same decision that will be taken by the BJP, or because it's just about 48 hours. Right after the result, it will be only 48 hours whether for Mahayuti or Mahavikas Aghadi to decide over the Chief Minister face and form a government, because right after that it will be, if the decision is not taken, it will be a precedent rule that would be imposed. So it is very important to see who makes the government, and the picture will be clear after 12 or 1, where we are most likely expecting Chief Minister to do the movement. He might leave from the Thane residence and go to his official bungalow, because there are also some meetings that will be lined up. Even yesterday, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde had multiple meetings where he spoke to the spokesperson as well as to his MLAs. There are some strategy that has been made, and as I mentioned, that the Mahayuti have already instructed all the leaders and the workers to be vigilant at the polling booth as well.